Since my machine's going to be down for a few days because of reciprocators, yay! Until the parts come in, I figured that what a wonderful opportunity to go ahead and kind of give give a breakdown of how everything works and one how to prevent this problem in the future. So, um, as I kind of explained in the previous video, what happens with the machine is there's a startup sequence. So here, let's go over to the single head and I'll show you kind of what happens. Um, and the whole point of that is to synchronize all the parts of the machine. So this whole that whole startup right there where it zooms in and out and left and right is all about zeroing in on its center point, or maybe not its center point, but where the finding where the center point is. The thing is that the machine only does that once when you turn it on. It doesn't have any feedback because it assumes that things are going to go where they're supposed to go. Well, what had happened was because the Carhartt collars are so stiff that there was a foldover where there was like basically 4 or 5 layers of canvas Carhartt that it happened. It actually when that went down, I still had to run all the rest of the order on the single head, and it almost happened on here. And and I didn't realize it, I guess, that it hadn't moved. So like if this what happens with the machine, since it zeroes in once, and then throughout the rest of the day when it's on, assumes that everything is going fine because there's no feedback to say that, like, when there's thread breaks up here, when there's other nonsense going on, there's all kinds of sensors, but there is no feedback sensor to tell that this is not in the right place. And so what would happen is it's going to continue to operate as if everything is right. It's going to still try to push it left and right. So if it did six, if the machine sent the signals out that it did 6 jumps left, but this is jammed up, it's going to assume that it's still 6 jumps left, and so it throws the entire registration off. The only way to fix that is to do this. And so here, I'll even show you, like when you can turn it off, the whole reason that it does the whole is that you can do that while it's off, and it needs to make sure that it's in the right position at least once. But since there's no feedback, it can throw off the registration, and you can have what happened to me and have it happen on the forehead and have every one of them be an inch off and then smash the reciprocator. So you can see here, I've actually pulled one out already, and all 4 of them. Now this is actually a controlled failure point, so that if something like that, this exact scenario happens, or if, say, you forgot to do a trace and put the too small a hoop in, or loaded the wrong file, or any of that, you don't destroy the entirety of the machine and the heads and everything. You just destroy this one little piece. So here, come back over here. So I've moved that arm all the way out of place, and so now it's going to do its and there you go. So yeah, and that's basically what happens. So if it ever stops, or if the arms ever stop moving or do something weird, like I actually have had this happen one other time. If you ever cancel a design in the program, which like when I say cancel a design, yeah, cancel the design, while it's finishing a trace, it will actually go into a weird error mode and just send the signal to push these arms all the way back and just keep doing that and keep doing that and keep sending that signal. Only way to fix it, turn it off, turn it back on. That was a mistake that I learned the hard way. Granted, nothing happened, it didn't break anything, nothing went wrong, it just, don't do that. Or I shouldn't say nothing went wrong. Nothing broke, but it's something to note. Don't do that. Don't cancel a design while it's in the middle of a trace. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I was in a hurry. Never be in a hurry. So I guess that's the end for this video. I'll go ahead and do the next one just showing the different parts and how they work together for fun. For funsies. Yay!